Alright, so here we are in part 3 of my walkthrough. We have our trusty flashlight out, and you see all the crusty leeches, and you see how it blocked us in after. So, you run down the hall, and you get to the end here, and your head starts to hurt from what I remember. It's not going to do it? Oh, there we go. So here's our friend in our head. We're crazy, we look up, or we passed out. I can't really tell what we're supposed to be doing there. But now we are loading into a different world. Or I wouldn't say a different world, but this is actually partly from the first Penumbra. And this is where you start in the original. Thought I could skip it, but I apparently can't. So I feel like I've been here before, probably because you have. So you take the whiskey, you throw it against the wall. But what you do is you look at the picture and you see 2 barrels, the can is up on the windowsill, and the chest is under the bed. So you have to go ahead and move everything. I just want to make sure there's nothing in there, which there isn't. So the chest, and you can tell when you're doing it right because the base pretty much goes crazy on your computer. And it sort of shakes a little bit. And so we go ahead and we put the can up there, and it says no order without chaos. So now we're sort of in a creepy looking room. See some crazy stuff, and you find an egg. You put the egg on the green mark right on the map, and then you say, oh, what's in the cute egg? It's slippery with a leathery texture. And then it pops and there's a spider in there, and the spider jumps at you. But everything is a-okay. So now we have, it smells like burnt flesh. We have the shark teeth. And now it says sacrifice. So, you find Red's dog, which if you guys watched the introduction, which I hope you did, you figure out that this is Red's dog from how diseased and whatnot it is. And you stick it up on the hands here. Then everything gets sucked out. Let's get sucked out too. And we are now in this creepy looking room, but we have our flashlight. Now this is a combination, I can't remember it particularly offhand. No pun intended. Okay, so it's not this one, so it has to be this side. So you start with the hand immediately on your right, and then it is the furthest from you, and then you just sort of zigzag back and forth. Oop, no you don't. Pardon me. So we started right here, so it's the first hand on your right, the last hand on your left, and then second hand, and then the final hand. So if you guys want to see, it is this hand, then the far hand, then the closer far hand, and then the one that you start right next to you. You can't go backwards, but you open the doors using the little handles, which are awfully difficult to maneuver. So you flip the switch, and you see these little orbs on the ground. What happens is when you put them on the correct spot, as you can see, there's no light, and then when you put it on the correct spot, it gives you light. So it's the very farthest one, or the closest from when you come in. And I forget where the other 2 are, but it's not very hard to figure out because you just sort of drag them all on each other, and then just wait for it to get slightly lighter. And as you can see, it got lighter, so it's also the furthest. And then it is the one closest to the barrels. So if you're saying from the barrels, my torch is running out of power, I should probably put in fresh batteries. So if you run low on batteries, you just can go ahead and throw some new ones in. I'll use my glow stick, just because for the sake of saving it. So there was one right here, there was the closest one to the barrels, and then the furthest one from the barrels. So turn the wheel as best we can, and we get into a room with blood on the floor. Hooray. We go up the ladder, and you say, I'm gonna turn this and hopefully it'll open the door. And then you look, and it just fills up with blood down here. So you go, it's not filling with blood for no reason. You jump in, and you find a lever, which is sort of annoying to get to because you're constantly sinking. So you grab the lever, and you shut it, and then it says host, we are here now, which I never quite figured out or care about, but you can now get through. Now this is a part for your flashlight, and it's good because if you die, it just sends you back here. It doesn't send you all the way back to the start. So just jump around. Your goal is to get over to the other platform, of course. Don't jump from this top one thinking you're going to be able to do it. You're not. It'll just push you off. So you have to wait until it's all the way down. I shouldn't say all the way down, but fairly close to being down. And then jump across. So now we're in a room with barrels. Oh no, oh no. I don't know if the developers wanted this to be more difficult, but they just stack two on top of each other. And then... oh right, I don't think it's going to let me over until we see this. Oh no, what's coming through the doors? Oh god, it's a giant worm. Good thing it was glass and broke this thing to touch. Now that's happened. I'm up and over. I believe this one you can get over, yeah, with just one barrel, so fairly simple. But we are now going back into present time, and I will go ahead and conclude this as part 3 of the walkthrough.
Hello.
Oh, we'll be talking to Clarence here in a second.
Hello.